With Princeton head coach Nate Tanner doing his 15th interview of the night. Nate, it's not very often that your first shutout of the season comes in the state semifinal, but you guys got it done. But you did it in high leverage spots, the fourth down conversions. They would drive. And you know how difficult that is on a defense to be driven, but they bend don't break, especially in the red zone. Now, talk about that performance.
I think it's a testament to the character of our kids. They're gritty kids, tough kids. I was telling – they were asking what's so special about this group, and I would say it's their will to win. And, we put together a game plan throughout the week, and the kids, we rep it and practice hard. Then it's cool to see it come to fruition on Friday night or Saturday night in this case. And you brought up the bend but don't break. It was awesome to see – Spring Valley, they're a good team. They put together some drives, and our kids were able to come up with some huge stops.
Now, one other thing of that is whenever a team's running a ball control offense, you have to be able to take advantage of your opportunities on offense, and you did a great job at that. I think you guys maybe had 6 or 7 drives, if that, and you scored touchdowns.
Yeah, it was very limited. I was curious how many it was, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just talk about the ability, because capitalizing on it, because 1 or 2 of those don't go your way, and all of a sudden it's a tight game against a team that, is moving the ball pretty well.
Yeah, that was a worry of mine coming in, because I knew that was going to be their game plan. And, coming in from film study, we saw how soft they played in the secondary. I'm talking leverage and whatnot. They gave up a lot of underneath space, and I talked to Chance all week. I was like, look, got to be efficient in the screen game and quick game. And I thought he did a fantastic job. And I told our receivers, I said, listen, when you get the ball quickly, when we get it out quick to you, we got to win. It's going to be tough to take shots down the field. And I don't think we took any shots. We had 1 intermediate ball to Brad, but our kids just executed what we coached them to do, so it was cool to see. And I feel like we was able to get the run game going at times, and like you said, we were able to put some points on the board.
You mentioned it. I feel like I saw a couple more of those. I don't necessarily call them throwback screens, but, obviously you fake one way, then come back another way, and you got some opportunities. And there were some drops on that. Was that part of the soft coverage you were seeing? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. We put a premium on the screen game, and we rep them all the time. And we tell our kids it's just an extended run play. And it makes teams defend, all the horizontal space across the field. And, yeah, where they were playing off, I thought we could get loose on some of those, and we did.
You guys, Brad's had 100 yards rushing in every playoff game so far. When you sit down, obviously, after the regular season, you're starting to cut things out. It's like, okay, what are the things that we're really good at? What are the things that are probably going to win us ball games? And it seems like that's one thing that you've really leaned on. You sprinkled in, there'd be maybe 5 or 6 rushing plays for him a game, but you've really turned it up a notch. Just take me through behind the philosophy of that.
Just doing whatever we have to do to win. And I think I've told you this, but when it comes to calling plays, I think players, not plays. And however, I think is the easiest way to get him the ball and other playmakers the ball. That's what we're going to do. And I think something else, a strength of this team is the offensive line. And I said it last week. They're the Silverbacks. They want to run the football. And in November and December, if you can run the football at any level, whether it be high school, college, pro, you're going to win ball games. So that's been part of that premium. And the passing game has stayed efficient, and like tonight, I thought Chance was lights out. He played great, but that's been the philosophy behind it. Just getting Brad the ball in a different way.
Gotcha.
You can't bracket him in the backfield.
We need to put that on a T-shirt or something. Obviously, you've been in this spot before. 3 years ago, you took Parkersburg South to a state championship game. I know it's pretty soon, but how do the experiences vary and differ a little bit?
Well, I would say the main thing is this isn't the first time for me, and it's not the first time for these kids on this team. And whether you want to believe it or not, people say it's a special week, which it is. It absolutely is. But you still got to find a way to block out some of the extracurricular noise and unnecessary stuff and stay dialed in and laser focused on the 48 minutes that we're about to embark on.
Gotcha. Well, we'll get into a little bit more during the week, but what are some things you feel like you've learned from that experience that you can probably apply to this one?
Oh, that's tough. Just want to enjoy it for what it is, and just try to keep it as much like a regular game as possible, even though it's not. Um, we're playing at 7 p.m. at Laidley. We're going to treat it just like we did against Capital. So we're going to get on a bus and go up there. We'll eat a meal. Same time. And I was talking to the radio guys up top, and Wes was asking what I'm most proud of, and I think this goes on with your question, and just our kids, our staff, our parents, the community, the school. Whenever I came in and cast a division and talked about the process, everybody has done their part in making it easier to execute the process. So we're going to try to continue this process that we've been on the past 32 weeks now and just keep it going.
Nobody's the same team that they were in August. That goes for you guys. It goes for Nitro. You are familiar with them. You scrimmaged them. Maybe starters played maybe 2 or 3 series in that. Do you feel like there's anything you can take away from that game or that scrimmage to help you with preparation? Because a lot of teams, they go into these sort of things. They're not used to a certain level of speed. Or for Nitro in particular, you might not be used to playing a receiver like Malachi Thompson.
Yeah,
you guys are a little bit different, where you have faced them. You kind of have the exact idea of what you're going to see.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely things that we can take away from that scrimmage, and I would say it's more personnel things. Whenever you see the opponent in real time, in real life, you get an idea of how big and how fast guys are. But I haven't watched any film on them since then, so we're gonna spend a lot of time watching some tape, and I'm sure they're somewhat similar to what they were, but there's probably some different stuff too. And I know we'll have our hands full. They have a really good roster.